always was curious about these big bowls in the middle of the road. Kind of looks like a big, for those of you that are artillery, or were artillery, this kind of looks like a big giant gun pit. Like one big enough to put probably a battery worth of guns in, or some rocket launchers. Hate to think of things all the time in this terminology, but being a former Soviet republic, everything, a lot of things in the former USSR was geared towards war. So, very curious what this is for. It's a big giant gun pit, rocket launcher, something, not an infantry position. It's too big to be a defensive position. Maybe illegal for trucks, but it would be a big juicy target. Not really practical because it's not high. I thought about anti-aircraft batteries, but it's not a good enough field of fire. But for gun howitzer, gun pit, perfecto. Anti-aircraft, you usually want to have it up high. That way you can depress the gun and use it against ground targets like soft-skinned vehicles, light armor, and against infantry. But this doesn't seem to fill that role. Now, this grocery, which I don't shop at very much, has been sold to a competitor, Novus. We're into March now, and it still hasn't switched over yet. So I'm just heading back towards the house. The parking lot's not very well lit. My parking is, but the grocery store parking is not very well lit. Everybody's at the kiosks and the bankomats, the bank machines, the ATMs, taking out money, paying their mobile phone bills and whatnot through these small electronic kiosks. Now, I pay from home, but some people seem to do it from these kiosks. And my big problem is I can't read the language well enough yet. I'm studying, I am taking classes, Russian classes, simply because it's a more practical language to learn in this region of the world at this point. Because, believe it or not everybody in Ukraine actually speaks Ukrainian. Sometimes not at all, sometimes not well. But one of the residues of Russian colonialism and Soviet socialism was the widespread use of Russian as a lingua franca, this part of the world. So it's kind of one of the legacies of socialism, is the use of the Russian language still. Alright, that's all I got to say on that subject.